Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're walking out into the backyard and we're going to be doing something for this pond right here. The 100-gallon outdoor pond that will be housing the goldfish very soon. I was going to move the goldfish out today, but before doing that, my aunt gave me some advice. She said, if I'm gonna put goldfish in here, I better put a cover or at least a net over this to prevent anything from snatching my goldfish and eating them. Like birds, we've got crows that fly around here, and we don't have raccoons, but we do have stray cats that will roam around this area, and maybe if they're willing to, they could snatch up a couple of goldfish. So I want to prevent that as much as possible. My aunt, on the other hand, with her rice fish ponds, her mini rice fish ponds, she doesn't have to put lids on them because right beside where she keeps her ponds, she's got the living room and she's always there, so she's always watching them, and she never sees any prey or anything snatch up her things, and birds are too scared to fly into that garden anyway. So with mine though, I don't have a living room here, and I'm not always out here watching the pond, so I do want to be careful, and I want to make sure that nothing will snatch my goldfish up. So we're going to be building a lid today, but I just want to give you guys a closer look at what's been going on so far. So as you can see, we've got one sponge filter in here. We've got the air line for the other sponge filter, which I took out, but I will be connecting this again to the filter that's in the goldfish tank so that we can cycle it even more. It is cycled already because we added a cycled sponge filter there, and you can just see there's debris, leaf debris everywhere, so that's good for cycling the tank. I'm not too worried about all that kind of stuff. It's just what nature does, and leaves will fall in. We've got leaves everywhere from these trees all around the place, so I'm not worried about that. You can see the parrot's feather too. It's looking a lot better than the other day, and I can't wait for the parrot's feather just to take over this entire pond. It's going to cover this whole area. It might, if I leave it alone, it might even cover the entire thing, so I might have to do some trimming in the future, but you can just see how they right themselves up. Just a few days ago when I plopped them in here, they were like all sitting sideways, but once the sun comes out, they will stand up, and it's super cool. And another cool thing I love about this plant is that the leaves will close up towards the end of the day when it gets dark. It's super cool to see. It's kind of like the same as the flowers of the lilies. In the morning, the flowers will open up super nice and beautiful, and then towards the end of the day, around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., the flowers will slowly close themselves up, and it's just one of the coolest things to see. So yeah, let's go and start building the lid for this pond. Alright, so what did I get? I got a couple of things, some stuff not even related to, well, it is related, but not gonna be part of the pond cover build. So this thing right here, this is a stainless steel hinge, and it's for my aquarium lid. So it's this thing right here, and the reason why I need this is because I'm in the process of building more lids. You can see right here my 3-foot tank lids. They work just great, and I've got videos on how to build those if you're interested. These lids are super awesome. I love them, and I'm in the process of building more for my 4-foot tank, so that's why I needed the hinges. And adding to that, I also got some of these. I don't know what you call them. Right here it says window handle, and it looks great. It's much sleeker than the one I've got. You can see the doorknobs, they're kind of bulky and they don't look that very nice, but you can see how different, how much sleeker this looks. But if you watch Dean from Dean's Fish Room, I love watching all his fish room videos, and he says that these doorknobs are the best. There's nothing that beats this because of how versatile it is, the different ways that you can open it up. Like, I'll show you right here. So if you open this lid up, you can open it by holding it like this, like how you regularly hold a lid, hold a knob, and you can also lift it up by sliding your fingers like that and open it like that. So that's why he likes this thing. But I still just wanted to try this out because of how much sleeker it looks. It looks much better than the doorknobs, but we'll see. I do like this, and I'll probably use this, but I just wanted to test this out and see if I like it better than the doorknob. But I don't think I'll This thing is the best. So let's start building the cover for the pond. I don't really know how I'm going to do it, but I kind of have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like. So I'll bring you guys along the steps that I'm going to take, and hopefully we can do it right. So the first thing I did is cut out the appropriate length of net, and then all this is extra. There's a lot of extra, which I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but we'll just keep it just in case. This is kind of what it's going to look like. We're going to have the sides. I might not even use the shorter pieces of wood. They were going to be on the shorter sides of the pond, but I don't think I'll need that. Just the front and back. And yeah, next up, very simple. We're going to attach the net to the wood. Okay, so I decided to paint the wood just to protect it even more from all the elements, the rain, the sun, from bugs, termites getting through this thing. So you can see it looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. Now what I've got to do is attach this wood to this net. And to do that, I'm just going to simply use cable ties or zip ties. And it's very simple. I don't know what else there is to explain, but I'm just going to line this up, try to make it as centered as possible as I can, and you'll see once it's done. Okay, so there it is, all done. All I've got to do is just trim these cable ties, make it look neater, and I just realized I missed a spot. I've got to paint this thing up, but we're gonna get this on the pond and it should work fine. Looking at it now, I might have to end up using those extra pieces of wood for the sides if it doesn't hold up well. We'll have to test it out and see how it works.
A few moments later.
And here we are back again. It's been at least 2 weeks since that last clip. The goldfish have been out in the pond during that entire time, and they're looking amazing. Let's go out and take a look at how they're doing. But before that, I've also been working on the backyard a little bit. You can kind of see I've opened up the pathway. It still gets narrow over there. That's because I haven't done that section yet. But over here, I've pulled some weeds out. I'm kind of landscaping as I go and trying to make this backyard look nicer. So slowly, we're gonna make this place more easily accessible, and we're gonna use this area much more. But here is the goldfish pond, and we've got some green water in here, and it might not be the most pleasant looking thing, but I think the goldfish really like it because all 4 of them, they've been super active ever since I put them out here, and I think they're loving it quite a lot. Right now you can't see them because they're at the bottom and the water is not clear, but if I put some food in here, they'll definitely come to get it. And take a look at the flower. This water lily flower, just looking amazing. And then we've got the parrot's feather, also looking amazing. The net has just been working perfectly. Nothing wrong with it so far. I haven't needed to put that extra piece of wood on the sides there. We've just had this 2 pieces of wood on the front and back, and it seems to be holding up just fine, so I'm really happy about that. You can kind of see the blackmore telescope. He's been super active ever since I put him out here. If you guys remember when he was in the tank, he was always sitting in one spot and never really looked that healthy, but right now, ever since he's been out here, he's always been swimming around and chasing food around, just having a good time in here. So let's go and put some food in this pond. So in the comments down below, let me know what other goldfish I should add into this pond. But as always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys next time.